What are you doing?
Oh, me? Oh, I'm sorry. I was just making sure. My goatee looked good.
It doesn't.
Which I think it looks great.
No.
And the reason we have a goatee is because today is November 1st. It's actually November 2nd we're releasing this. Or 3rd or something. I don't know. But that means it's time for another Tubby Talk episode. Today we have a full agenda of Kayla talking pretty much. Because we need to talk about weddings and how much they suck.
Yep.
Yeah. So, let's get into it. So we're already starting this video with Kayla not paying attention because every time I say, "Are you ready?" she says, "I've been ready," and then she's looking off into space.
I'm looking at the snow.
Oh, yes. So, like I said, it's November 2nd, or 1st, or 3rd, whatever, and it's snowing.
It's pretty.
It's terrible. It sucks. The meteorologist told us that we're going to get less than an inch, just a coating, just to make the grass a little white. Looking outside right now, it looks like we got about, what, 2 to 3 inches of snow? And,
so far.
Yeah, it's only in the afternoon. Actually, we're filming this, and it's October 30th. So it's right before November. That just makes matters even worse. It's not even Halloween yet. I don't know what to do.
Eat all the candy.
Yeah, I guess. So, yeah, lots to talk about on Kayla's end today. I just have a few things I want to bring up. First of all, yes, the goatee, No Shave November, decided to do this. I do it like every 2 years, I would say. Usually I try to get this goatee going. Personally, I hate facial hair. I don't know how you people with beards do it. I cannot, for the life of me, stand having a full-grown beard. So I just do the goatee, which bothers me as well. But we're going to have our videos.
Bothers me too.
Yeah, we're going to have our videos this month. You're going to see this bad boy in action, doing some cooking, doing whatever else. Whatever it is we're doing, I'm not really sure yet. We have to plan our videos a little better. The other thing, major milestone in the Tubby Time channel, what do you call it? Channel history, I guess you could say. We have reached a whopping 69 subscribers. Yes, we could stop right there, but we're not going to because we want to reach 169 at some point, and we think we can do it. 69 subscribers. We now have like 87 as of this filming because I posted it on social media, but I was ecstatic, and I'm sure you were too. When we reached 69 subscribers, God, my heart just stopped, and I just can't thank you all enough. The ones that have been there since the start, 6 months ago, for the support to get us to that number. It's great, and we really appreciate it from the bottom of our heart. We hope if you see this, maybe you'll like our videos, maybe you'll hit the subscribe button. But we're going to keep putting out this amazing content just for you, for your viewing pleasure, and to make your life better. Also, another milestone, and not only the Tubby Time timeline, Tubby timeline, that's a new one, but also in my personal life, I did something I never thought I was going to do last night, ever. I downloaded TikTok. And it's been rough. I've really been going back and forth in my head over the last week of whether to download it or not. I'm sick of getting TikTok videos from people sent via text message. And then TikTok's just always playing in the background every time I open my browser. It's absolutely annoying. And we're doing it. We're doing it. I mean, she's had a TikTok.
We're going to try to do it.
Yeah. So we're going to be posting stuff on our TikTok. It's at TubbyTime69.
I can't believe you did that.
Which I think is the best handle ever. And we're going to be posting not only previews of our videos, but I think we're also going to screw with each other once in a while. Post some of our home life on there. So you guys can see why we are as dysfunctional as we are. There's nothing on there yet. So if you look on there now, you're going to be like, wow, this sucks. Maybe you say that about our YouTube channel too. If so, it's very mean. Don't do that. But we're going to have stuff on there in the coming weeks. I'm not in any rush because it's TikTok. I feel like an old man trying to figure out how to use it, like, your parents on Facebook. It's stressful. And I hate just the constant, oh my God, you want to see girls dancing? Oh, here, have some guys dancing. Oh, no, I don't care. I want funny videos and people like getting hurt and stuff. That makes me happy. So, yeah. We're going to talk about weddings today. Sorry for my blabbing. Kayla's got a lot to say about weddings. I'm going to butt in once in a while when I feel appropriate. But for once, she's going to do most of the talking.
Yeah.
Which is sort of
the
weird.
reason that we're going to be talking about weddings today is because we've both been to quite a few weddings the past couple of years. Josh has been in the wedding party a couple times, and I can now finally say that I have been in a wedding party. I was actually the maid of honor recently at a wedding a few weeks ago. So that's why we're going to talk about it today. We have some knowledge, we have some opinions, and we just want to share those with you. Our conclusion with weddings is that we think they suck.
Yeah.
Right?
And I think the main goal of today is if you are getting married, there's not one way to do things. I mean, it completely depends. We've been from everything to like a Roman Catholic by the book wedding to a random wedding in a restaurant or so it's or in a field or something like that. So we want to sort of give you ideas from what we've seen, but we're by no means wedding planners or whatever. But we have many friends that do perform weddings, and they've told us things they've seen. They've told us things they like. Our friends have told us things they like and what they don't like. And we want to sort of, if you're like getting married soon, next year, hopefully not this year because it's probably not good timing. Keep that in mind. We want to give you ideas so you can make the best wedding possible. Coming from two average schmucks.
Yeah.
I love my words.
That have been to a few, that will be going to plenty more as more friends get married. Just our opinion.
Jamokes.
Stupid. Okay, so why do weddings suck? Why do we think weddings suck? One of them is the money. You spend a crap ton of money, and it's not even your wedding. If you're a guest, you're spending money going to a Jack and Jill. You're spending money buying a gift for a shower. You're spending money in the card when you actually go to the wedding. Like, that alone is a lot to ask of just a guest going to your celebration, whatever. And then we get into, if you're actually in the wedding party, that is a ton of money. We're talking about Jack and Jill. You purchase stuff to make raffle baskets. You put money in to win raffle baskets. You make food if it's a potluck. And you help out, decorate, clean, put on the whole thing. And then you have a bridal shower if you're a girl. And again, you help decorate, you help plan, you help do games and gifts, and you actually give the bride a gift. And then there's the bachelor and bachelorette, where you plan to go somewhere. It's not just a day trip, it's usually a weekend thing. You have to pay for lodging, food, events. You had to pay for a plane ticket.
Yep. Yeah, if you're going somewhere.
Yeah. It's just, it adds up. And these are all pre-wedding events. Like, now you're talking about the actual wedding. You pay for your suit or your dress, your shoes, your hair, your makeup, your nails. And then, again, the card with money in it for the bride and groom. And then if you're in the wedding party, you're somehow special to either the bride or the groom. So then you give them an extra little special gift. It's just, it all adds up. It's a lot. And I personally think it is altogether unnecessary.
Yeah, I would say you're already, I mean, what would you say you spent?
I don't even want to think about it.
On just for everything up to, I guess, up to the wedding, like even the gifts,
Don't know.
For the bride, we didn't, whatever. I think that people don't realize how much money goes into having that wedding. Like you said, when you have Okay, we're going to do a Jack and Jill. Oh, now we're going to do a shower. Now we're going to do the bachelor party. Oh, yeah, and by the way, you have to buy suits. Oh, you have to buy dresses. Oh, you have to get your hair done.
Oh, then you have to get your dresses fitted.
Yeah. So you're talking upwards of, maybe $2,000, $3,000. I mean, if you're a guy, I don't know your pricing, but if you're a guy, you're probably thinking like $2,000. Even, the bachelor party going somewhere, if you have to fly, like she said, or just the money you're going to spend while you're at that place. Like the amount of money, and I'm not complaining because I love New Orleans. The amount of money I spent in New Orleans, I mean, you just do. You don't think of it at the time, but
right.
It adds up over time, Like I said, not complaining. Good times.
Yeah.
But it's something that just I don't think people think about. And you sort of feel obligated to give the bride or groom a good party, a good experience, and that comes down on you spending more money.
Right.
For them. So keep that in mind if you're having a wedding and you're asking a lot of your wedding party and even your guests.
I do want to throw in, not everyone has a Jack and Jill and a shower and a bachelorette party. I personally think if you do all of the above, you're asking a little much from everyone, being a little selfish. Sometimes people have a Jack and Jill and raise money, or they have a shower and get gifts.
Or they hold a car wash.
Or, they do one or the other. They have a bachelorette, or they have a Jack and Jill. So not everyone has all of them. So it may not apply to you. I think Jack and Jills are a great idea. You can raise so much money. We've been to them. We've seen people get a lot of money for their wedding, which is awesome. But again, it's the whole planning and just dealing with more work. And that, doesn't make me want to have one.
Yeah, I know. I hate work.
Yeah. It's just, I just think it's asking a lot from the wedding party, from guests.
Okay.
That's it.
We've hashed this subject enough.
Yes. So just going with us being part of the wedding party, we have also experienced dealing with a bride or groomzilla.
Mm.
And that sucks.
Yeah.
You say yes to being a groomsman, best man, maid of honor, bridesmaid, whatever you want to call it. And, you're expected to do certain things and help out and pay and plan. I get that. But you are not expected to be the groom or bride's punching bag. I'm sure every wedding party has some drama, but there's a limit. And both of us, I think, have experienced a bride and groom going way past that limit, and that's just, it's awful.
Yeah, I don't know if you have it in your list, but especially with, I think it's amazing that weddings bring out the worst in people.
They do. And
in the beginning, you're not, the bride or groom is not an asshole to start. It takes time, and it takes little events occurring, and then all of a sudden they're the most entitled piece of shit you could ever meet, and you want nothing to do with them. And I get that it's, oh my God, it's my big day. Oh my God. Yay. It's all about me. Whatever. Go fuck yourself. I know it's your big day, but there's other people involved that are trying to make your big day perfect. And it's one thing if your bridal party or your groomsmen aren't doing their jobs, but if you're constantly complaining about everything that's happening, like your bachelor party wasn't good enough, or, oh my God, we're having our wedding outside and it's supposed to rain. This is fucking bullshit. Okay, that's no one's fault but your own for poor planning. So don't take it out on other people because you suck at planning a wedding. And it's just...
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you pay good money to have your perfect day, your special little event, whatever the freak you want to call it. But don't spend as much money next time. Don't go like
next time, because there might be a next
yeah,
time.
next time, because if they definitely is going to be a next time if they're a bride or groomzilla. I can't imagine what you must be dealing with if you're marrying one of them. Get out. Trust me.
Anyway, because we have both dealt with this, we've actually started thinking, when and if we ever get married, like, do we even want a wedding party? Do we want to deal with drama? You don't need a group of people. It's not required. You can have just a best man and a maid of honor, and that's it. You don't need a big group to have your wedding. I mean, when we have a bachelor or bachelorette, then you can invite all your friends. There's nowhere in a book that says you need a huge, full wedding party. I just think without one, it might be simpler. It'll make things easier. I
think half the problem is also with communication in that sense. So, yeah, great. Have your bachelor or bachelorette invite your friends. Have a best man or maid of honor. The more people you get involved in the process, the more things can go wrong. Mm-hmm. And the more likely you are to be a bride or groomzilla. Some of the weddings I've been in, communication has been absolute shit. Others, I should touch on that. Communication's been absolute shit between everybody, and that's been good, and that's also been bad. So, in one instance, there was no communication because there was nothing to talk about, because it was a very simple wedding, and it was actually great because there was no drama. It was sort of just go with the flow.
Yeah.
In another sense, there was no communication, and then there was constant shit talking back and forth behind everyone's backs about why isn't this person doing this? Well, this person's not doing this because they're a piece of shit. And so you gotta, if you're gonna have a wedding party, you gotta communicate, and you also need to let people do their jobs. Don't be a micromanager.
Yeah.
In that sense, if you are the bride or the groom, or let people do their job. Tell them what you want them to do. Let them do their jobs. Don't let other people get involved in other people's jobs, and you'll be in good shape, I think.
Yeah. So that's our opinion as far as wedding party goes. We're not sure if we will or won't have one. We'll see in the future, I guess. Something that we know that we definitely want is an open bar.
Oh my God, yeah.
Kind of necessary.
Hashtag alcoholics.
Yes.
Yes.
And plenty of our friends are too. Even
all of our friends, I would say.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. 99%.
Okay. Yeah, all of our friends.
Yeah.
But I feel like it sucks. When you go to a wedding, and we've been to one where there's no open bar. Oh, let me take my credit card or cash out. You're getting invited to an event, but now you have to pay for more crap. That sucks.
Yeah, it'd be like going to, in my opinion, it's the same as going to, your dinner. And, oh, hey, what's up? You got to pay for that food after you eat that because you're at my wedding. I can't afford that. What?
Yeah, just have an open bar.
Especially if you're in, oh my God, if you're in the wedding party, I think it's mandatory. I mean, if you're not going to have an open bar for your guests, first of all, invite less guests. No one loves you that much. They don't want an open bar. Second of all, at least give your guests or your wedding party free alcohol, because they have to deal with your dumb ass.
Yeah.
And if you don't have an open bar, you're probably one of those cheap fucks. So I would, if you can't afford an open bar, I wouldn't be getting married. How are you going to afford a mortgage if you can't afford an open bar?
Hopefully you already have a house together.
Maybe you should have saved up some more money and stopped going to wherever you go, Amazon.
Are you
Kohl's.
Thinking of someone when you're talking about
this?
Oh.
No, I'm just saying. I'm picturing these people in my head that don't have an open bar. I mean, thankfully we have friends that aren't cheap. But, yeah, I mean, who doesn't have an open bar? It just drives me nuts. I mean, I am the cheapest person I know, and I would have an open bar. It's not that bad. And what I love about open bars, so my buddy's wedding, he actually had, it was this catering company. Well, it wasn't a catering company, but they were an open bar catering company. And I thought it was so cool because they were so cheap. And they made wicked strong drinks. I have their card somewhere. Find that.
Okay, off of alcohol. Something else that we think is better is buffets.
Oh my God.
We've been to weddings with the plated dinner, and we've been to quite a few with buffets. And I used to think, now you have to stand up and pick out your own food. And
keyword. I have to stand up now.
And like wait in line, and then when you sit back down, your food is cold. But that's actually not the case. That's only what you see on like TV shows. When we went to a wedding with a plated dinner, we got our food cold, and it was disgusting. And then when we've been to weddings with buffets, they space it out enough so you're not just standing in line the whole time. Okay, you couple of tables, you can stand up, get your food. And guess what? You can have a whole variety of different foods. And there's sometimes mashed potato bars, and who doesn't like that? And then there's...
Me when I get sour cream on my soup.
And then there's...
Usually pretty
you can
bad.
just, like, pick so much and get a lot. It's not like, oh, I'll have this one thing on your, plated portion.
Yeah. No, the buffets are the way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, and
I think they're probably cheaper, right?
Yeah, and I think one thing... I would say they're cheaper, yes. They're going to be warmer. I think at the end of the day, with... Pretty good, right? I think at the end of the day with plated dinners, I think the problem is... And I wouldn't even say... You said we went to a wedding. We've been to multiple events where we've had plated dinners.
We did,
and
yeah.
They've been terrible.
Yeah.
And it's not that they're terrible, but there's always something wrong. There's always something not warm, or there's something that's just flavorless, and then you're stuck with that. Like, if your filet mignon is undercooked,
there was one
filet
we went
mignon,
to a few years ago that was a plated dinner, and like, was it your steak that was cooked way more than mine?
Yeah, it was like yeah. So yours was like a medium rare, and mine was like they took it out of the trash. It had been sitting out for a few days. I don't know, but that's the point. Is that your dinner is ruined if your entree is screwed up. Mm-hmm. If your salad sucks, okay, gross salad. Don't eat salad at a wedding. Don't eat salad, period. What is wrong with you people going to buffets and getting salads? I don't understand that.
Sometimes restaurants have
disgusting.
Really good Caesar salads.
No. Well, Caesar salad. I get if you want a spoonful or something. But these people that like eat salads and they fill up and they're like, oh my God, I'm so stuffed. I have no room for anything else. Just skip it.
I agree.
I hate watching people eat salad at buffets. I hate it. I'm getting very heated. That is something that really bothers me.
All right, that's a different topic.
Anyway, with a buffet, instead of having one thing ruined, you could have multiple things ruined, or you could have multiple things that are really, really good. I mean, you can just say, you know what? I don't like these sausage and peppers. I'm not going to eat them. Instead, I'm going to go up and get another plate with, salmon or something. Or maybe I want 2 filet mignons. I'm going to go get that.
You can.
Maybe I want 6 lobster tails instead of 5. Because it's a buffet and I can do that. Instead of just having one. I think it's... Yes. And it's always going to be warm because they have the heating lamps. Especially, they probably have a heating lamp on the salad too for all you warm salad eaters. Freaking gross.
Yes, buffets are the way to go. Do you have anything else to add?
People tossing salads at weddings, that's just fun.
We're done with salads.
Okay.
Another thing that we would want, or that you should have, indoor reception.
Mm-hmm.
Weather is unpredictable. And if you have to all of a sudden move your outdoor reception indoor, it's going to be cramped. We've experienced it. I mean, it worked. But they had to, rush to do that. Or... If you're unable to bring your reception indoors, now if it's raining, you're cold. If it's windy, my hair that had a whole bottle of hairspray in it is already messed up. You make the best of it, but it's less enjoyable.
A calm breeze messes up your hair, first of all.
I used a whole bottle of hairspray at the specific wedding I'm thinking of. And it was just, if you got married near a beach... or on a beach, it's windy, don't do it, just go inside.
Yeah, well, there was a reason for that, but I understand what you're saying. there was a specific reason that there was a wedding on the beach.
Yes, whatever.
For family purposes and sentimental value, but at the same time, yeah. I would, if I had the choice, if it wasn't their specific scenario, I would not get married on the beach.
I'm just saying overall, in general. Yeah, I'm not just talking about one specific couple. I'm saying
I'm saying I would not. I agree with you. I would not get married on a beach. There's too much to go wrong.
Right.
And we saw that firsthand with that wedding. Not that anything went wrong, but
I was actually, this was years ago, but I went to a wedding, a family wedding. It was right on the beach. And you know what was really weird is that there were some people in their bathing suits, some old fat guy, and like he was like in the background of pictures because it's a public beach. Like, why would you do that? Go to the beach on your honeymoon.
Why would you take pictures at a public beach?
Because that's where they got married.
Well, maybe they should have planned that better.
That's what I'm saying. Don't get married on a beach.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's a private beach, don't do it either. But unless you have you need to have a damn good reason to get married on a beach. You need a damn good reason to get married. I would say even outside, but like if it's anything like, we're sort of still in wedding season right now, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Would you say?
A lot of people get married in the fall.
Yeah, and look at what's going on right now. So, like I said, it's October 30th.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this was supposed to be less than an inch.
Yeah.
God, I love it. I hate New England. I hate Connecticut. I want to leave. I'm done.
Different topic, different day.
Okay.
Something else that we're kind of thinking we might do if we get married. It's non-traditional, but having the groom see the bride before the ceremony. And you do pictures then. It's weird, I know. I never even thought of it until he was in a wedding where they did it. And now I think it's a great idea because you just have your family, your close friends, or your wedding party, and you have a photographer there, and the groom sees the bride, and then you can take all your pictures even before the ceremony starts, and then you can just enjoy the reception, the rest of the wedding, with all of your guests. You don't have to worry about pictures with your specific groups and family members. I think it's smart.
I'm sorry. Can we back up for a second?
What?
Did you say one thing we are thinking of doing?
You're not thinking of doing that?
Oh, I'm just checking to see.
This is a right hand.
I don't know.
I said if. If
oh,
we ever
I
get
thought you
married.
said. I thought you said one thing we are considering.
We are
doing.
thinking of doing if we ever get married.
Oh, okay,
I said
I
if.
you. I was gonna say don't.
Rewind.
Don't.
I did
no,
say if.
Whatever. You know what? You have to wait another month
Do you
for a ring.
concur?
That puts you off to like 2022 at this point, probably.
I said if.
Yeah. Whatever.
Do you concur with my statement?
I do concur.
Okay.
I do concur. I think because you're going to save so much time. Your guests are going to be bitchy because they just sat through your shitty ceremony. They're going to be hungry. They're going to want to drink. The wedding party sure as hell wants to drink. I can tell you that much. And when you're waiting for the bride and groom to get their shit together, and oh my God, we're going to take pictures of family. Oh, let's go do this. Oh, let's go jerk each other off on a horse or something like that. It's ridiculous. Just get it done beforehand. And that way, like, if you're one of those dudes that cries when they see their groom or bride, it could be either. You can do it beforehand and not be embarrassed.
Even though it's not really an embarrassing thing, it's a sweet thing.
No, it's stupid.
Oh, God.
I can't wait to see. I'm going to laugh. Totally going to laugh. I guarantee it. You're just going to be like...
You're so mean.
Can't wait to see what your hair looks like.
I'm going to have extensions in.
Yeah, you better have extensions in.
You're so mean.
Who's the little boy walking on the aisle in the wedding dress?
I have hair.
All right, keep talking.
If we were ever to get married, nighttime wedding. We're not having a breakfast buffet crap.
Breakfast.
Yeah, nighttime, because it's fun. And if we have a nighttime wedding, it should go to at least 10 p.m.
I'm sorry. Do people actually have morning weddings?
Didn't you go to one?
Oh, yeah. Well, that was my... Yeah. I mean, that was...
Okay. It's a wedding.
That was the, like, Roman Catholic, like, you better be at church by 9 a.m. wedding.
But they have them.
Yeah.
So nighttime wedding. And if we do have a nighttime wedding, it has to go till at least 10 p.m. We recently went to a wedding. Lights were on. DJ was packing up. It was before 9:30, which doesn't give your guests or you a lot of time. You think you have your ceremony, and then you have the cocktail hour, and then you have, the entrances of the wedding party with speeches, the dances, And then you get your dinner, and then you have dessert. That only leaves you, what, like 2.5 hours for dancing and socializing and drinking? That's not a lot of time.
No, it's not.
So definitely a nighttime wedding. Definitely, I mean, if you can, go to at least 10 p.m. And then after that, I feel like you need an after party.
Yeah.
It's fun. You know, it's more casual. I think everyone has calmed down. I mean, especially the bride and groom that we've seen, you know, calm down, just relaxing more so with your closer friends, whether it's at a dive bar or even at a hotel lobby. It's just fun.
Yeah.
And, you know, it just extends the night longer.
Especially a sketchy dive bar. Like a really sketchy dive bar.
It's fun, though.
Somewhere you can buy cocaine. That's usually a pretty good one.
No.
Yeah, I would say so.
No.
Yeah.
The other thing we would want to do if we get married is include a spouse. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, include your spouse in your wedding.
No.
Make sure.
I'm saying our wedding party. Josh has his buddy. We would want to include his buddy's spouse as much as possible, even though his spouse may not be in the wedding party. Does that make sense? How I said it?
Sure.
Okay. For example, wedding we just went to. I was in the wedding party. Fatso here was not. But the bride and groom were thoughtful and didn't want Josh to get left out. So during the rehearsal dinner, everyone got their cute little gifts, and Josh got a little goodie bag with like nippers and candy. Like, how sweet is that? And the morning of the wedding, they actually invited him golfing. And I think that's really nice to do. Like, I know they're not in the wedding party, but you can still include them. And there's just, I think it's just nice to do.
Yeah. I think you've been included in most in my friends' weddings. But there's definitely that awkwardness sometimes when you don't. It's one thing I would say if you know other people at the wedding and you're, you know, she's part of the bridal shower or whatever, bridal party shower or whatever, women. But yeah, if you don't know anyone else and like they stick you at a table with a bunch of people, you're like, oh, cool. I don't know who you are. I'm just going to sit here and look like a fat shit as I eat my 6 lobster tails. That can be a little awkward and it's not enjoyable. Especially if you're out taking pictures because you decide to do them after the ceremony. So just a recipe for disaster. And then imagine having that on...
Does this happen to you?
No.
Oh.
I'm just making up the worst case scenario I possibly can.
Oh.
So, yeah, you want to definitely, if they can, have them included.
Because it sucks when you're not. Like, you have to... Part of you has to understand that you are not part of the wedding party. But you kind of also just feel left out when everyone's getting gifts and you're just sitting there because you're the only person who hasn't.
I don't mind not getting gifts.
Well...
You like gifts. You like food. You would be like, okay, where's my Subway grinder? You should have got me food. I think that...
Especially when you, like, help out at a wedding. You're not part of the wedding party, and you even help out, and, you know, you don't get anything. You don't get an acknowledgement, a thank you, a piece of candy.
Yep, that's what it's all about. Stuff. Candy.
No,
Hostess cupcakes.
An acknowledgement.
Acknowledgement.
That's not stuff.
Via Hostess cupcakes. Maybe even some Twinkies. Maybe some ring dings.
Are you done?
Maybe a pint of Ben & Jerry's. Maybe 2. Keep talking. I'm not interrupting. We're not saying included like as like, oh yeah, like you need to include the
getting ready during the
No.
Will
you let me talk, please? I was gonna say like with the bachelor party. Or like, you know, her friend's husband didn't invite me to the bachelor party because he felt, you know, that's extreme. I think that's stupid.
Yeah. I wasn't talking about that.
Mm-hmm. Do you have anything else? Because I want to touch on one more thing.
I just kind of wanted to talk about, like, people trying to do weddings now with COVID. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, okay. Before you bring that up, one thing I thought of the other day, after my friend was telling me a story, is don't think just because you're invited to a wedding that you get a +1.
Oh, that's a good, yeah.
Yeah, like, especially if you've only been dating the person for, like, 2 months, 2 weeks. Like, obviously a lot of planning goes into weddings and the amount of plates and the amount of seats and whatever.
The amount of money.
Yeah. So, like, just going off of what she was saying, have the significant other included if you're part of the wedding party. Like, that doesn't really apply to people that just started dating someone else.
Right. That's really good.
Like,
yeah.
Of course, ask your bride and groom or whoever's planning the wedding if you can invite your significant other that you've known for 2 weeks, but don't feel obligated or feel entitled to them coming to the wedding. Because
don't get mad that you don't have a +1.
Yeah. Especially if your wife is a piece of shit or your girlfriend who berates people that are in the wedding party.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Just like if your significant other doesn't get along with the rest of the wedding party or the people getting married, they shouldn't be invited.
Right.
Like fuck you. That's all. Right. I mean, it's just... I'm
just thinking of guests, like...
Right, but that's what I'm saying, like... That's sort of where I'm going with it. If you're, best friends with... Or not best friends. If you're friends with a person getting married, but your wife's always been an asshole, or your husband's always been an asshole... I keep thinking women because they're, But if they've always been an asshole or something to the people in the wedding or the couple or whatever, then don't expect them to be invited.
Right. Or if, like you said, they've been dating for 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
They're not paying money, so you got a +1. Or if you're not dating anyone,
right.
You definitely don't get a +1. It's
or
a lot of money.
If you've been dating the person for 5 years.
Okay.
Got to save $25.
I should be your +1. That's stupid.
Side story on that.
If you're living together, if you've been dating for years, you should be expected.
Nah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Finish up.
Last thing I want to say is anyone trying to have a wedding or dealing with planning a wedding during COVID, good luck. I can't imagine how hard planning a regular wedding must be, and now doing it during COVID, like, that must suck. I mean, we have a couple of friends who were supposed to get married in September. They did get married, but they're pushing their reception back a year, so they can invite all of their friends and family and celebrate with them when they're able to, when the laws allow. But I can't imagine how that much must suck to deal with. But that's all I have on weddings. Moral of the topic that we talked about is if you can, just be a guest. It's easier, it's simpler, it's cheaper.
Make sure they have an open bar. If they don't, drink in the parking lot.
And
that's what I do.
You did do that. I forgot about that. And if you do get married or plan to, take our opinions. I think those are the way to go. That's all I have.
You know what's cool?
What?
It's 10 after 2. You got to go to work.
Okay.
Who works during the week? What is this?
Okay.
Oh, God. I
Finish it up.
Get
Wrap
up
it up.
and...
Wrap it up.
Okay. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. It's been a longer episode. We hope you don't mind, but we hope you got something constructive from everything we talked about. I know Kayla's voice can get a little bit annoying to listen to sometimes.
Not really.
She's all right. So be sure to follow us on Instagram @_TubbyTime and on our new TikTok @TubbyTime69.
We will be posting.
Yes.
In time.
Right. Until next time, everyone, check out our videos at the end of this video.
That was good.
To watch more. Like, subscribe, comment if you found value in today's episode, and stay safe.
Stay tubby.